Did you know that the UK has 4 countries? England, Wales, Northern Ireland, and Scotland. And for today, we will give you a little comparison for all of them.
Central London OSCE or London Hospital OSCE. You decide. Our Central London purpose-built NMC OSCE course and practice rooms include all of the equipment you need to practice for your NMC OSCE exam. You get the same expert team by your side, the same expertly prepared materials, and now a dedicated space built just for our international and return to practice nurses. And guess what? We've got an introductory special offer for when you book your NMC OSCE course at our website. Use company code LONDON to attend your 3-day Central London NMC OSCE course for an incredible $457.50. Learn more at www.oscenurses.com.
Life in a world that keeps changing. Think that it's progress you're making. Copy and paste pretty faces all the time. Pictures so perfect we play through, only cause you set up the angle. Web that you weave got us tangled, caught in what's before our eyes. Show off your
dito sa England, dependent ako ng asawa ko, so kinuha niya ako dito. Nagpakasal kami noong 2012. Ay, sorry, mali. 2011 pala. Sino pinakasalan ko noong 2012? 2000 tier tayo. Under ng tier 2 dependent spouse visa. Then 2012, nandito ako nakarating. Na-pursue yung aking nursing career under ng ONP program. Dito na rin kami nag-start ng small family namin. So since 2012, nandito pa rin kami sa England.
Apply lang po ako, and then lahat ng mga vacancy in UK nag-apply ako, and then yun, one of the agency called me back. Through their help, nakarating ako dito sa UK and eventually dito sa Scotland.
I end up here in Wales kasi they're the first one na nagbigay sa akin ng COS. So initially, papunta sana ako ng Norfolk and Norwich. Unfortunately, medyo natagalan yung processing ng COS nila. And then, yung N.Ireland Viva naman, yung trust ko ngayon, they're so quick in giving me the COS and stuff like that. So nakaalis ako in just a matter of 2 months. So kaya ito. So I didn't really plan to be here, but I'm so thankful na nandito ako ngayon.
On the area that the agency opens, so I said, okay, I might try going to Northern Ireland. And I selected the Southeastern Trust. And good thing, it's really close to Belfast. So I'm really close to the city. That's kaya dito ako na place.
So I think it's the culture really that stands out. The Celtic culture that they have here in Wales is really significant. If you go to England, if you go to Scotland, madi-differentiate mo kung ano yung culture dito sa Wales.
Mura ang cost of living. So I get to, and then I've experienced a really good work-life balance in here when dito sa pinagtatrabahuhan ko. Dahil maganda yung cost, mura ang cost of living. I could spend a little more time in terms of my leisure activities. And right now, because of the good work-life balance and a good cost of living, nasa-sustain ko. And then, I'm happy with the place I'm working with.
Rich history nila, yung mga clans. It's a very interesting country to be with. One thing about Scotland, we have 3,000 castles. So there's one castle in every 100 square mile. So yung mga castles na yan, mga relics, meron iba mga sira-sira, and meron ding iba na well-preserved, na akala mo andun pa rin yung mga nakatira doon. Kilts, yung parang palda nila. And then we have bagpipes, and yung mga tartans na mga cloth, na yun po yung ginagamit ng mga Scottish clans, na they are distinguished by the cloths that they wear.
Kung sa London ka, may London waiting. So ang laki ng sahod mo bukod dun sa minimum na salary wage mo pag malapit ka. Depende kung yung proximity mo sa London, mas malaki yung London waiting mo makukuha.
Yung Scots, napakahirap intindihin. So, nung first time ko, I could not understand a word. Parang, oh my goodness. And
Right. No, there's no a TikTok for Monica's big man. I know you're coming all peely wally up there, but I'm going to have you doing your skate faster than a whippy gets a hard on, okay?
what? Nag-adjust ka din kasi parang iba siyang dialect, hindi siya English. I'll give an example. Yung how are you, it's fit like. Parang ang layo, di ba?
Now, I'm going to get you down, but here is what I need you to do first, okay? Here, deep breathe. Okay, what?
Tapos yung I don't know, it's Adenikin. And then yung yes nila, it's I. Yung no nila is nay. Nay. Ganun. So, parang iba siya, parang hindi siya English language. But that is their language. And ano naman talaga sila, they are patient. They will teach you kung ano talaga yung what they meant.
I think Northern Ireland has the fastest accent.
I can see the view more. What's he mumbo?
Right. What did he say?
Said as his head, huh? He only topped him down because he couldn't see the view no more. What's he mumbo?
Always have to say that to the patient, could you speak slower? I'm just new here in Northern Ireland. And then the good thing is they're very polite. People here are really good.
Marami kang maririnig na iba't ibang accent. Sa una, mahirap maintindihan, pero pag tagal-tagal, makakasanayan mo din.
You're always doing this to me and I ain't having it.
Stop it, the parent.
What's it got to do with you anyway? It's got everything to do with me. Alright, I'll go and ask Dad now. You ain't going anywhere! Watch me!
One of the interesting facts that we have here in Wales is our language. Meron silang dalawang language dito, English at saka Welsh.
In Northwest Wales at RAF Mona, just up the road from Llanfair to Pwllgwyngyll go get a Quindrobol, Llantysilio go. The temperature got to 21 Celsius. That's
Be surprised kasi maraming translation into Welsh, may English at saka Welsh translation. So it's everywhere here in Wales. Kahit sa magazines, newspapers, or kahit sa CR, may translation talaga in their language, which is really interesting. And also, I find it really, really good kasi they do their best to preserve their culture and their language as well. So.
The giant causeway, which it's like it's hard to explain how this giant, it's like one of the wonders of the earth. The interesting fact is that Titanic was built in here, and then we have the Titanic Museum, and so the history of it, all about Titanic.
Nandito ang Big Ben, nandito ang London Bridge, ang London Eye, Westminster Abbey, ano pa, ang Stonehenge, isa yun sa iconic na lugar na puntahan dito. So, almost all the best places in the world nandito sa England.
We have also good beaches here in Wales. We have Snowdonia, and aside from beautiful places, we're surrounded with beautiful places. The location is really great as well. We're just only 2 to 3 hours away sa England, and may Bristol Airport naman.
Maganda po talaga yung scenery. And may mga magnificent landscapes, may cliffs, lakes. Alam niyo po yung Loch Ness Monster. Yan isa po yan sa mga tourist spots dito. And every place po dito sa Scotland is like a tourist spot.
Interesting facts dito sa England. Alam mo ba na napakalapit natin sa France? 21 miles lang, nandito na, pipikit ka lang, nandiyan ka na sa Paris. Nakikita mo na ang Eiffel Tower. Famous sila sa sports ng football. So kung sa atin, ang tawag doon ay soccer, dito football. Pag tinanong ka, hindi soccer kasi kukuyugin ka ng mga tao dito. Football ang term nila sa sports na yun. So bukod sa football, di ba, may rugby and cricket. So yun ang mga famous sports dito. At dito lang naman, 3 beses nang hinold ang Summer Olympics.
Dito, napakalamig. It's like, parang nasa freezer ka. And yung national animal po ng Scotland is a unicorn. It's a mythical creature. And yun po yung nila, national animal. It's very, unique. And yung Bonny Bridge is one of a small town, and it's the UFO capital in the world. 300 sightings every year. And then, alam niyo po yung Scotch, yung whiskey, Scotch whiskey in Scotland is the finest and most sought after whiskey in the world. And yan po yung pinakamahal.
Malaking bagay yung rugby dito na sport. And they really close the street just to celebrate.
In Game of Thrones, most of the episodes have been shoot in here. Okay, so actually napuntahan ko na. I did once Game of Thrones tour. So I went to the Dark Hedges. I went to some caves wherein they done the shoot, and then some coastlines wherein it's very interesting. Actually, they promoted Game of Thrones here, and then because of that, a lot of people go in here to do the Game of Thrones tour.
Kung single ka, napupunta ka dito sa Inglaterra, the best magstay dito sa England. Kasi meron kang balance of life. Di ba? After ng work, punta ka ng London, shopping ka, di ba? Ang dami ditong mga airports, 2 oras lang, punta ka ng Europe pagka may 3 days kang off. Gusto mo magtsaa sa Paris? Nga, dahil ang daming job opportunities dito, super diverse. As in, ang dami mo din makikilalang Pilipino at saka yung career progression mo dito, talagang ikaw ang magsasawa sa mga courses na isisend ka.
Mura yung rent, yung food, yung council tax, and the tax itself. So marami kang maipon for your family and for yourself. And also, if you are looking for a more relaxed environment, yung magandang fresh air, scenic spots, you can have that here. And isa din sa mga nagustuhan ko po sa mga ka-work ko, kasi in my situation, ako lang po yung mag-isang Filipino. I find that yung mga Scottish, they are polite, they are tolerant, more patient sa akin, and they are friendly.
Say all the positive things here in Wales, because first of all, the cost of living here in Wales is really low. It's not expensive. If you plan to buy a house, Wales is the best location na mapupuntahan nyo. Especially ngayon, sobrang mura ng mortgage dito, and kayang-kaya nyo yan. And also, if you're still starting up or nagsasave ka pa lang, if you plan to start a family, gusto mo ng malaking savings, malaki talaga yung masasave mo dito sa Wales, because yung rent dito is really, really okay if you compare it to other countries. So, yeah. And then, so the place is really laid back. It's really chill vibe kind of environment, if you like that. It's not fast-pacing. It's not a busy life here. So, chill lang, ganun. If you want that kind of vibe, then I think Wales is the perfect place for you.
In terms of the working culture, as I said before, we have the very good work-life balance. For our nurses who are thinking of working abroad, I would really encourage you to go outside your boxes. I know there are a lot of beautiful and good countries, but in terms of working as a nurse, I would really encourage you to go to the UK, and especially here in Belfast.
Always remember, Manong knows.
Mano knows best, put your worries to rest when staying in the United Kingdom. Mano knows best.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Join our Facebook group, Filipino UK Nurse. Sign up to our website, www.filipinouknurse.com.